Hello everybody, my name is Leo and with this video we will share a direct comparison between the Zoom G11 versus the Mooer GE300. First of all, we will share a demo song hearing the two units in action, then we will compare the features and technical characteristics of the two units with a very detailed comparison chart, then we will hear more sounds also comparing the two units with the real Marshall JCM 800, both with and without IRs, and finally I will give you my 2 cents. So I hope you enjoy and please subscribe and hit the bell, it's gonna really help me to make more videos like this. Let's share the demo song. We will now check the differences between the two units among the following parameters: number of amps, cabs built-in, number of banks and patches, number of effects and effects management in general, MIDI availability, audio inputs and outputs, number of foot switches and expression pedals, screen size and type, looper and drum machine capability, ADA conversion and USB connectivity, availability of third-party IRs, special features, current, power, dimensions, weight and price. First of all, in the G11 we have 24 amps, 22 cabs, with basically only two mix that are an SM57 and a MD421. These mix are always both present in the preset and you can change only the mix between them, but not the distance or their position. The G11 also has 23 IRs built-in with 3 mic positions each. On the other hand, the G300 offers 108 amps, 43 cabs and 21 mics. The G300, other than having more amps, cabs and mics, have two nice features. The first one is the possibility to combine two microphones to mic a cab, choosing them among the 21 available, and the other one is the possibility to also have the sound of the room called early reflection. So I would give a thumbs up to the G300 as it offers more amps, cabs and mics and more flexibility. Furthermore, the G11 has 60 banks, each of 4 patches, with a total amount of 240 patches. The G300, on the other hand, has 64 banks, each of 4 patches, with a total amount of 256 presets. I would say that they are on par, as for both the units we have plenty of patches to play with. As regards effects, the G11 has 117 effects and allows us to combine up to 9 of them, excluding the amp block. However, we must select effects that do not cause the processor to exceed obviously 100%. So, the 9 effects is a theoretical limit that depends on how much power each effect and the amp is requiring. The effects type available are 11 dynamics, 16 filters among wah and EQ, 28 drives, 26 modulations, 4 special effects, 17 delays and 15 reverbs. The G300 has also 117 effects, pretty curious, the same amount of effects, in 10 blocks, excluding amp, cab, tone capture, synth and volume blocks. We have 2 blocks that can be assigned to 40 effects, that are the ones highlighted with the asterisk in the comparison chart. 1 block for the compression, 1 for the wah, 1 for the distortion, 1 for noise suppression, 1 for EQ, 1 for the external looper, 1 for the delay and 1 for the reverb. The effects available are 10 compressor, 10 wah, 31 distortions, 4 that can be inserted in the FXA block, 8 EQ, 3 of them can be inserted in the FX8 or FXP block, 15 delays, 11 reverbs, plus 32 among delay, modulation and pitch shift. So, as regards effect, the two units are pretty similar, even though with the G300 you can use just one more effect in the chain. I would say that they are on pair. As regards MIDI, they are on pair, as they both offer MIDI in and out ports. As regards inputs and output, the G11 has a stereo effect loop, a stereo unbalanced output, the guitar in, the aux in, and the headphone out. The G300, on the other hand, has the same in and out, but it offers also an unbalanced output, so I would say that the G300 is better. The G11 has 11 foot switches with a built-in expression pedal, while the G300 has 10 foot switches, also with an expression pedal input. Here the architecture of the foot switches is a little bit different, as 5 foot switches of the G11 are dedicated to switch on and off effects of a presets or second functionalities of a specific effects. And if you have more than 5 effects, you have to use the scroll foot switch to select the ones not visible. That is not so handy. On the other hand, the foot switches of the G300 are more flexible in my opinion, as all of them can be used to switch effects or patches. So here I would say that they are on pair, as the G11 has more foot switches, but the G300 offers more flexibility. Both the screens are 5 inches, but the G11 offers a touch screen, where the one of the G300 is not touch. The G11 has a built-in drum machine and a 5 minutes stereo looper, while the G300 has a 30 minutes stereo looper with no drum machine. So the G11 has the drum machine, not available in the G300, but the G300 has a way longer looper, so I would say that they are on pair. As regard ADA conversion and USB capability, they both offers 44.1 kHz at 24-bit conversion and a 2 channels audio interface for the G300, while you have 4 channels in the G11. Here is worth noticing that the G300 has a 114 dB dynamic range, while the G11 has a 123 dB of dynamic range, and this basically tells us that the G11 should have better converters. The G11 also offered a USB Type-C connection. Finally, one product that uses Type-C connection. I love Type-C as it is reversible. So finally, here the G11 has more to offer. Honestly, here I would say to Zoom, why you use such an high quality converter and then use unbalanced output that are more noisy? I think that this is a strange choice, and a stereo balanced output would have added value to the G11. They both offers the possibility to load third-party IRs, but the G11 has more user slots. As regards special features, I would mention the possibility to control the G11 with your tablet via Bluetooth, but buying an external connector, which price is 30 bucks. And the possibility to capture not only an amp but also your guitar or a stomp pedal for the G300. Furthermore, the G300 has a built-in synth, which is really very nice, and it also offers the possibility to load profiles done with the Mooer GE Labs app, downloading them from the Mooer Cloud website, which is pretty amazing. So here I would give a thumbs up to the G300, as it has more to offer in my opinion. Then we have the power needs, where the G11 needs 12 volts at 2000 mAh, while the G300 needs 3000 mAh at 9 volts. So thumbs down to both of them, as we cannot use our normal pedalboard power brick. As regards the weight and dimension, the G300 is smaller but a little bit heavier, so I would say that they are on par. As regards the price, the G300 is a little bit cheaper, at least in Europe. So finally we have 9 greens with 5 reds for the G11 and 10 greens and 4 reds for the G300. So I would say that the G300 is a little bit better for my comparison chart, without considering that each feature could have a different importance for you. And for instance, you can think that the G11 is better as it has better converters, or on the other hand, that the G300 is better as it offers the possibility to load profiles. But if we just algebraically sum the red and green terms, the G300 is a little bit better. Now, final considerations here, and please notice that this is gonna be my personal opinion for my specific use cases, and of course you may not agree with me, and this is totally fine. First of all, let me say that one of the most important selling points for me for these type of units is their convenience over a standard rig, as they are smaller, lighter, and they offer a lot of options. Now, for me, the most important feature where the G300 is superior than the G11 are the dual mic option and the early reflection. In fact, these features enhance the realism of your tone, in my opinion. The other pretty important feature offered by the G300 that the G11 does not offer are the unbalanced out. And maybe the most important feature is the possibility to load profiles in the G300, which is pretty amazing, as you can build your own profile with the Mooer GE Labs app and then you can load it in the G300. You can find a video about it in the card above or description below. Then we have the better converters built in the G11 with its 123 dynamic range over the G300 that has 114 dB of dynamic range. 4 USB channels with a Type-C connection against 2 channels available in the G300 and an arrangement of pedals and foot switches that can be familiar for someone who is coming from standard analog pedalboards, with its upper row of pedals that are mimicking standard analog pedals in terms of format. As regards the sounds, well, in my opinion, the Mooer with custom IR is pretty close to the real Marshall JCM with the custom IR, while without IRs I think that the Zoom G11 is a little bit more similar to the real deal. Please let me know your opinions about the sounds in the comment section below. And now we have come to the most difficult part of this video for me. I mean the one in which I share my own opinion, my own choice. Well, first of all, these pedal boards are both strong options, but honestly for me there is one killer feature that makes me prefer one unit over the other. That is the possibility to load profiles. That feature is offered only by the G300 and that's the reason why I would pick the G300 if I had to choose. Please, you should also take into consideration that I'm lucky enough, as in my studio I can profile my amps and load these profiles in the G300. These were my final 2 cents. Please let me know in the comment below your precious and valuable opinions and which unit you would get in your use case. We have now reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did it, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell and leave a thumbs up. It would be of a great help. If you're interested in my music, you can check out the playlist of songs of mine in the description below. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video. Bye bye.